Good morning. It's Friday, October 5th, 2012, and it's a day on the Patapsco River. I put in at the Daniels area, which I've turned around now, and that's what I'm looking at. You see my car there, I think. And we're going to see how far we can go today. It's a beautiful fall day. Alright, so I'm going to turn this off, turn around, and see what we can see today. Alright, so turned around, and this is a nice flat part here because the water is backed up by the Daniels Dam. Great place to put in. And I'm heading upstream. On the left is the trail that I've been running on in the past, and that's hiking. It's the old path of the original B&O Railroad that came through here, and still does, but just on a different path now. And this recently learned about some of the old railroad ruins that are around here, and I'll maybe point those out as we go. So in front of me here in the middle of the river is old railroad bridge pilings for when the railroad crossed the river here, and now it's on the other side, and I got a train using the current tracks, which you might be able to see if I point the kayak straight ahead, and the opening in the trees. It's all freight, coal cars coming from West Virginia, headed towards Baltimore. But well, it's kind of interesting because the original B&O Railroad was on this side at first, back in the 1830s. And this stretch of the river makes a pretty sharp W shape, and so, at first they just hugged the course of the river, and the fact that it curved so much wasn't a problem with the original horse-drawn railroad cars, and even the first engines, but very quickly that became a problem if the curves are too sharp. So, in the late 1830s, I think it was, if I remember, they crossed the river twice back downstream of where I put in, and then crossed it again here at what was the bridge right here, and that was that way until around the turn of the century, and then they just stayed on the north side. Again, crossed over upstream of where I put in, and then just stayed on the north side, and just avoided the whole W, and that's where the train is going now that you hear. Made a couple pretty long tunnels, actually. So, but this is a remnant of what used to be here, a Bowman Truss Bridge. You've seen the old photographs, but now it's a place where the Canada geese hang out. So let's see some Canada geese there. And I think that was a woodpecker, and I saw a belted kingfisher doing his thing out here too. So it's a gorgeous day today. One of the nice payoffs of this route is right here, a complete remaining structure from the original Baltimore Ohio Railroad. I'll bring it into view here. It's an old stone bridge, goes over a stream that's coming to the main river, so when the original track was on the south bank of the river, they had to get over streams like that, and there it is. It dates to about 1830, and they built it to last back then. They decided that they're going to build these kind of things in stone instead of wood, so now it lasts. Someone told me that you can tell it dates back to that time period because there's no mortar in between the bricks or the granite blocks. It's pretty big. When I'm hiking, I've gone in there. I can walk underneath there. It's a good 8 feet high or so. And it's kind of fun because unless you know exactly where to look while you're on the trail, you don't even know it's there. You walk over, you'd never even know that you're walking over some little bit of railroad archaeology from the 1830s. The river's getting narrow here. It's interesting. It wasn't until I started trying to do videos while kayaking that I noticed how poor the tracking is on this beginner's kayak here. You know, I got a beginner's kayak because I'm a beginner kayaker, but you know, the tracking or the how well it stays in a straight line, didn't really see it until I watched one of these videos, and now I'm just very aware of how, you know, one paddle goes in, it goes to the right paddle goes in, goes to the left. There's probably some technique I can use to improve that, I guess. Maybe another lesson or something. But yeah, now I feel like I'm very aware of how much I'm zigzagging. So I just came up through those rocks there, which was kind of interesting. Most current I've had so far, and right at the moment where this fisherman right in front of me here pulled about a 15-inch bass out of the river. He was very happy. So I told him, oh, you got a witness. All right, so let's see. This is the deepest water that I've had up here. So I'm just going to see how far we go today. So here we go. All right. Well, I did have to portage around this island here, because this side was too shallow and that side was too swift. I gave it the old college try, but no go. So we'll see. How much farther can I go? Alright, we're back in action. Going around a big old tree fell down a long time ago, it looks like. So, alright, we're rounding a bend here. Maybe time to stop for lunch if I can get to the bridge. Let's see. I'm not paying attention. We gotta look at the map. Let's see where we are. Alright, well, just around that curve was the railroad bridge here. This isn't an old one, but so this is the, maybe turn the century. And I think that then this is the end of the W that gave the old B&O railroad engineers such a hard time, and pretty much just follows the river on the south side all the way up to Mount Airy and onward into the Appalachians, I guess. I don't think I'm going any further because I'm pretty much standing still as I paddle now, and I see a little bit of rippling and rocks, and this is probably the turnaround point. You see there's Daniels. That purple area is the old mill town site. Now it's a mulching plant. And that's where we put in, and then following the river up, if I pull the map this way and come out a little bit, you get a sense of the W that I was talking about. The sharp curves of the river and, you know, a small sized gorge made it tough for the railroad, which wanted to follow the valley. So now, as I said, just downriver of where we put in, you see it crosses the river, the railroad. So the river goes up and down and up and down. We made it all the way to, okay, right there, which is this bridge right here. And that's where we're going to turn around. Alright, this is on the way back, and came back to where the river's nice and wide, and nice shot of that piling we passed on the way up. The sun's hitting everything just perfect. It's a gorgeous day. I'm running out of room on the camera, so this is going to be the last one.